So, um, Bob Iger had a town hall with cast members this week, and yeah, he basically said that it got really scary there for about a year and a half. Didn't directly uh said exactly what happened, but we all know that it was Chapek. So and that's the thing, right? You can't put on. The Bob Iger's responsible for a lot of the stuff that Disney's going through right now, but at the same time, um, when there was a clear and accentuated difference in how things were running when Chapek was running. So um, I think it was positive for the most part.
Yeah.
It seems like he's trying to be honest and he's trying to be out there with like, hey, listen, uh, the it was hard. We went through some things and it was hard, and we're now seeing the fruits of those changes. And he's taking words back, saying now we're not really looking to sell any of our stuff. Now
Yeah.
that things are, I guess, falling or functioning a little bit better. Now that they've removed that stick from the gears are moving again, and yeah, it seems like the town hall was very positive. I know that a lot of people like Bob, a lot of people dislike Bob, clearly, right? But
But
you know,
and it's starting to change too. There are some people who have turned on him, who used to, since he's
right,
come back, that have lost faith in him.
right,
But he
exactly.
has a huge love for
Yeah,
sure.
but the yeah, and that's the thing, and it's like I know that the Fox thing was not great. It was not a great move overall. Um, but again, like 2020 and 2021, like you can't put it on him.
No.
Like you can't, guys. And some of the bad stuff that happened, like Genie Plus and the Marvels and She
Whew.
Hulk, like no, like I don't think you can put it on him, right? But yeah, I mean, it seems like things are flowing through, doubling down on ESPN. Again, we're not gonna comment too much on that because I have my own theories that we've shared personally, and
We
and
don't want
we
a conflict of
we
interest.
we have a conflict of interest when when discussing ESPN,
Correct.
but um, there's stuff happening.
For sure.
There's stuff happening, and there's stuff happening that I know uh, will positively impact not only ESPN but
Yeah.
other sports organizations,
Yep.
and it's gonna be big when this
Oh,
happens.
it's gonna be huge.
When this happens, it's gonna be big. It's
Mm-hmm.
like this is one of those predictions that we're not gonna tell you what it is, but it's
No,
but
no.
Joe knows what it is, and it's out there,
Oh,
and
yeah.
yeah,
Oh, 100%.
and we're gonna
100%.
be it's like
Yeah.
we were
Lip
100% correct
sealed.
about it. Yeah, right, exactly.
Yep.
So
We don't need to put that prediction on the show.
no, no, no. We don't need that one. Just
Yeah.
not yet, not yet, not yet.
No, yeah.
We're not authorized. But um, yeah, man. What do you think? It seems like everything's positive. Uh, stock is holding up. Uh,
Hmm?
you
Yeah.
know, he's received insults from other people, and like the shill YouTubers are going crazy for it, right? And I,
Yeah.
I really don't care. I think that, um, you know, I think that at least Bob is trying to be honest out there, and
Hmm. Yeah.
the other guy is pretending to be honest, but there's an ulterior motive uh to what some people consider to be Tony Stark and turned out to be Gargamel. So, sir, what do you think about Bob?
Oh my gosh. Yeah, I don't love Bob the way, I want to be clear, I don't love Bob the way some people do, but I always was very appreciative of him because you can tell what he does and what he did was not just business first, but it was truly like brand first, if that makes sense. Like he really
He
cherishes the
cares.
Disney brand and the Disney family and like
Right.
how it's perceived and like how it's perceived and received and like that's a big part of how he runs his business. And that sensitivity has always been something that I think I've always respected and appreciated about him. At the same extent, like there is, I think since he has returned, there is definitely some holes that we have found in his game. And he's admitting to some of them in this, which I think was what makes it more profound because
Right.
he's not coming in defending everything that's been done. He actually came in and was like, we're figuring out stuff and we're trying to get back to where we need to be
Right.
instead of just coming in and be like everything's great, everything's fine,
And I think
don't look at the fire behind me. That's
right.
what the last guy did.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
Last
Right.
guy
Right.
did that. He was like, money's good, we have the most people coming to the parks. Well, you raise the prices and then people
Yeah.
just got the
Well, that
doors
was
open up
Is
for
that
these
Josh's
prices.
fault? Josh wanted to raise the prices, right?
No, I know, but I'm saying they did. So of course
Right.
of course the
Right.
profits
Right.
are going to
Right.
be crazy at that time, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Like this, he's not coming in saying these things. He's not
Yeah.
coming in trying to hide the concern, and I think that's what I really did appreciate about the interview.
Right.
Um, I think I have mixed feelings about one of the things he said, which he talked a little bit about, like he said some of the issues like with the Marvels and these other projects is that there's just
Right.
a lack of executives on set. And I do get what he's coming from
Right.
because I think some people hear that and they instantly think like, no, no more suits. Like let the
Let the
creators
creatives
create.
create. Yeah.
But what people don't understand about the very word executive, we just talked about a little guy by the name of Dave Filoni, who was a chief executive creative officer, right? So you need these creative executives, the people
Right.
who that's what they do. They understand the business, but they understand the creative
Right.
to be involved in these processes. So that way you don't just get surrounded by yes men, but you also get by people who have another perspective. Because I can say, again, without doxing myself, like I can say, like I understand, when you have sometimes just yes people around you, when you have a council in essence of creatives.
We talked about
Um,
James Gunn. About
James,
that's
right,
the
right. James Gunn really with Kevin, him and Kevin Feige are like a match made in heaven, right? They work really good.
right.
James Gunn going loosey goosey, I don't love it all the time. There's parts of it that I get, but I do feel like he needs to be reeled in, which is why him being a co-president of DC, he's not the president. People forget there's Saffron, but anyways,
Right.
like with this, I think that that's the positive. Now, like I the same side, you know, I think he's also a little bit alluding to what Mahershala Ali clearly went through with Blade, where he made it through various different reputable publications. You can look it up, guys. Like he was like Kevin Feige was nowhere to be found on the set,
Right.
and then like you have these projects saying, yeah, we're gonna make Blade like the fifth most important character in a movie titled after him, and have like
Even
it be female led and all this kind of stuff. Like
right.
that's where like you do need someone like Kevin to come in and be like,
Whoa.
you're an executive
Whoa.
and
Yeah.
hold on, like
She
what are
Hulk.
we doing here?
She Hulk's the best
She-Hulk,
example. What was Kevin and She Hulk? Just an email machine,
hat,
a computer. Yeah, a
yeah,
computer where you just send messages to, and
yeah,
and they made it clear that they were like cut loose, and that's what
right,
we got, right?
right.
Which I don't want to segue, but did you see now that they're saying, all right, quality control, right? Let's talk about quality control. Because we were going to talk about quality control during Star Wars, but now we can talk about quality control for Marvel too. Now that Bob made it clear that has been a big problem, and they're going to focus on bringing that quality back over just stacking the year with movies, right?
Yeah,
So,
yeah,
just going back to Star Wars, like I think the one the how they're doing how Star Wars is doing it right now, it's fine, but it needs to be good quality. And then also you need a movie like I don't and not every year.
no,
I would say give Star Wars a movie every other year is fine.
mm-hmm,
You don't
yep,
need every year. You can take a year off because you still have the shows to keep the brand going. The same goes for Marvel. Instead of Marvel doing a movie a month, they can do the summer and the fall movie. They two
which
movies
next
a
year we're
year.
gonna get it. Next year we're gonna
Right.
only get one.
Oh, right now, yeah. right now.
Deadpool. I mean, unless you want to
I
count
think
Craven
Deadpool's gonna get.
and unless you want to count Craven and Madame Web,
But
which I don't. You
yeah,
know, like literally
MCU movies.
MCU.
Yeah,
Deadpool's the only one. There will not be another one.
right. Which could be the reset, right?
Right.
Again,
That's why
like
it's a good sign to see them slow it down.
right. So yeah, how do you feel? How do you feel about that? How do you feel, Joe, Marvel boy? How do you feel about only having one or two Marvel movies a year?
Oh, that's the exact amount they only need. I don't need more than that because I've already experienced more than that, and I wasn't happy with what I got. I've experienced the 1 to 2. I was there. I was there when, when you know, the early days of Marvel, when you got one a year and that was it.
Right,
Two when you were starting to see them on the come up,
right.
and that was fine. And even those movies, I don't
Because
like. I talked to someone else about this. I don't even love all the things about those movies. There's something special because they were the starts of them. But like the first Captain America movie, internet, don't go crazy on me here. It's not that great of a movie.
oh, Joe, what?
The first Captain America movie's good, but don't act like this is like, you know, oh my goodness, the best. Like, so like Marvel had, they slowly got to like, okay, your Winter Soldier and then your Civil War and stuff like that. Like you had to get these groundwork up there. The first Thor, I like it. Don't think it's that
I
amazing, to
think
be
that
honest
yeah.
with you.
Well,
It's the
I
first
agree with that.
Iron Man, and it's the stepchild Incredible Hulk movie that no one talks about. They're
Dude,
the
but
ones to me that you're like, hold on a second, these are special. But all the
what?
other ones going into there, like you
Bro,
talk about,
Captain America is pretty damn good, dude.
it's a fun movie. It has heart,
Oh,
but
dude, I
it.
love Cap. See, I love Cap.
I
I
love I
love
love
that.
Captain America as a
Well, I
character.
mean, again, like I think Winter Soldier is still to me the best MCU movie.
That's right. That's what I'm saying. Like people
Right,
act like, and I'm like, no, that's the quality we're
right,
talking
right, right,
about,
right.
which
But
took
and then
years to come
and
out
then at
to.
the time, right? Because we got Iron Man, and then there was a year off, and then we got Iron Man 2. Or
Right, which they had to
we got
fast
Hulk.
track.
We got Hulk, right? We got Iron Man, we
Right.
got Hulk, we got Iron Man 2,
Yep.
and then we got Cap, and then Thor that
Thor.
fall, and then
Yep.
Avengers in the summer the following year. And that was the only movie for the year. Because
Yes.
then Winter Soldier came out the next year, and then Iron Man 3, probably, right? After that. So
I don't
uh,
even think Winter Soldier was 2013.
I think Winter Soldier. Oh, wait,
I thought
let's
that was
see.
2014. Because 2012 was the Avengers. I think you maybe your Iron Man 3 was the first one after the last Avengers. The first Avengers.
Hold on.
I want to say it was Iron Man
Oh
3
no, so
2013.
I had it messed up. So Thor was the summer, Captain America was the fall, and then
Yep.
Avengers, and yeah, and then Iron Man 3,
Right.
Thor, and then Winter Soldier was 2014.
That's what I'm saying. Look at how many years apart.
Yep.
You go from like
So
2011 to
bro, look at
2014 to get
okay,
that Captain
look at
America movie.
24 look at 2014.
Oh
2014
yeah,
is
that was a year.
peak Marvel right there.
That was
We got Winter
Guardians.
Soldier and Guardians, dude,
Yep.
and that's all we got.
What a year,
That
bro.
was incredible,
Whew.
right?
I remember that's when I got my PS4. Like it was a good time.
That's when my daughter was born. So it was a good time.
It was a good time.
So yeah,
Yeah.
man, like 20 like that. Go back to that. Go
Wow.
back to 2014. So that's what you
Simplify.
need to do. You need to go back to 2014 when it comes to Marvel, right?
And those are
And look at
new
that.
IPs. When you think about Guardians, that was not
Right.
a legacy characters
Right.
by no one knew who the Guardians of the
No
Galaxy
one
was before
knew. Yeah.
2014.
Totally.
I think Shang-Chi was kind of another example of that. Like you're talking about like quality, standalone, new introduction. And I like that they haven't rushed to put a sequel out. You know, like they need stuff like that. That's just kind of uh independent
Yeah.
quality. Slow it down. If you get two movies like that, like Captain America and Guardians,
Right.
we're in good business.
But then look at 2017. Okay. 2017 is a mixed bag.
I know.
Because you
It's a
got
mixed one.
it's a mixed bag because you got Guardians 2, you got Homecoming,
Mhm.
and then you got Ragnarok. I think Ragnarok's fine.
Yes, I think Ragnarok and Homecoming's good.
Yeah, I think
Guardians
Ragnarok's
2
fine.
is
Guardians
a
is
wa-
two it
waffle.
has moments, right? But it's not as good as the first one. Homecoming was good. Homecoming
Yeah,
was
Homecoming was solid.
yeah, and then 2018 was like just gearing out towards the end
Yeah.
of the the entire phase,
Infinity
but
War and Black Panther
right.
and Captain Marvel, I think,
But
or something like
then
that.
after Endgame, that's when it starts falling apart because then okay, we got Far From Home, that's good, right? That
Oh
was
my
good.
gosh, Black Widow.
But then Black Widow, Eternals, and then Multiverse of Madness, Love and Thunder, Wakanda Forever was good, right?
Yep, Wakanda Forever's
So
fine.
so out of all those, right? Wakanda Forever is probably the one.
Yeah,
And then of course we got No Way Home, and No Way Home is
yeah,
it's up there, right?
yep.
So
Multiverse of Madness. What a
what a
letdown.
letdown, dude.
After that Spider-Man movie, like the post credits that sets you up right for that movie, you're like,
Right.
"Oh, this Doctor Strange movie's gonna slap," and then they're like, "Nah,
do you see
spaghetti."
do you see the rumors that Sam Raimi is gonna be directing one of the Avengers?
I
Like
know, and I'm like, I'm not against him doing it. It's just,
I think
please, can you
I think
watch the other projects?
Sam Raimi is one of those that this is a great example that you need someone to like fish him back a little bit,
But I mean,
right?
he literally said he never watched WandaVision when he came into this thing, and it's super obvious. Like that was my problem watching this. And I'm without spoiling, you're gonna see at some point the Marvels, I'm sure. When you do see it at that point, think about what I said here, like with this Doctor Strange movie, where it's like it's very obvious they didn't see WandaVision and didn't see like the setup of what was being done, the whole concept of her overcoming her darkness and being a mother, and then they just replay the same beats. Like it's
Right.
similar stuff you start seeing here, and you can tell like they didn't watch Secret Invasion or didn't watch any of these other things. And that's the weird stuff I have. You talk about like making fun of the first Captain America movie. There's literally a sequence in this new movie, The Marvels. I told people with me, I said I felt like cringy with this the same way I did with the Star Spangled Man with a Plan in the first Captain America movie. Like that gives me like the PTSD, bro, because song's catchy or whatever, but I was like, they ain't Captain America. Don't do my boy like this. Don't do my boy like. And you go back and watch, and he's all like,
But
goofy and put this
there's a
thing on.
reason for it, right? There's a story reason for it.
There, no, there is. It's
There
written in
is.
narratively. I
Right.
hate it still.
Yeah.
like,
But it's not like it's like there's a story reason for it, right? It's not like the Return of the Jedi special edition,
oh sure,
the CGI monkey singing,
yeah, that's
right?
just goofy. Yeah.
So right. But yeah, I mean,
Sorry, I went on a rant there on a
no,
deep end.
we went in a crazy tangent, but
Yep. Sorry.
no, I think that it does take it's a great sign. It's a sign of a good leader to admit that things are not 100%, but we're working on trying to fix it as much as we can. And you can tell that they care, right? You can tell that
Yeah.
Bob cares, and I think that the people that were problematic,
Oh
McCarthy,
yeah.
Chapek, and
Yeah.
some other, Chapek's minions are gone. And you get reduced power for Kathleen Kennedy.
Right.
Like
Right.
there's,
Yep.
all that they're trying to fix it. And he also said that the company may have been out of touch with, the audience and all that. Like, you have to like really accept like that. That's a sign of that's being a man, honestly. Like you gotta admit when you're wrong, and you gotta work
100%.
on trying
Gotta
to
take
fix
it.
it, right? Like unlike other people running other platforms that pretend that they're
Oh
perfect,
yeah.
they don't make no mistakes, right? So,
Right.
right, this is that's a true sign of leadership, in my opinion. So, yeah, still wishing them the best, and I'm hoping that they can still continue turning it around. But only time will tell. We'll wait and see on that.